Faye. Nitura with a put away for 300 points. We'll talk more about Shaina Nitura defining what it means to be a rookie. 300 points. First since Alyssa Valdez in season 77, who had 312. That is the record. And you just know she will defeat that record with 2 games remaining after this. Good first pass. Here comes Nitura.
Shaina Nitura.
Simple plays by the super rookie. Just touching the
34 points for Shaina Nitura. The back set for Faida. Nitura stuffs it down. Number 35 on an emphatic kill block.
FEU is the only team so far that has a ticket in the Final Four. Can FEU be the next?
Nitura.
That's inside.
For the record, as we arrive at match point. But first we have a challenge.
It's a ball in, ball out challenge.
And that is inside. Shaina Nitura just set the record for a single season, defeating Alyssa Valdez. 313 points for the rookie, as history is made today.
Sets an all-time UAAP season scoring record. The super rookie Shaina Nitura.
Nitura for the win!
Shaina Nitura.
Insanity here in the Smart Araneta Coliseum. 37 points, a record set by Nitura in a single season with 314 points. Cements that Final Four appearance. But first, they have to win this one. Miranda adjusting. Petalio not there. Back row for Nitura. And she finds the line for point number 33.
Spot going for that cross-court attack. Take a look at that. Yes, it's inside.
Lopez. What
Good
a
reaction.
swing. But still in play. Miranda with a 1-2. And it's still alive. No whistle. Sagaysay. Back to Nitura. Chance ball given. The rally continues. Nitura on to elevation. Rookies looking to find a way for a 5th set. Combination play. Nitura with conviction.
Come on. Look at that.
Of serenity. And like you mentioned earlier, the Adamson side are all smiles and laughs, and that's what the coaches are asking from them since the first set. And as their goal is to enjoy, and they hope they continue to do this for this set. Now,
For the Soaring Falcons here.
Misreceived. Petalio falling away. Tough angle. Back row Nitura. Are you serious?
Good.
Scoring record in a single season. 8 points away.
Just making history today, Jaime.
Nitura from the left pin.
Take a look at that replay. Too strong.
Game. This would be her 5th.
My goodness. Not surprised.
Good sweep by Sagaysay. Nitura once again.
That's a beautiful bump set coming from Villegas. Simple plays, out-of-system plays, just working in their favor. Ubaldo not ready.
Nike opposite side. Returned. From the open, Nitura. Picked up by Lopez. We go to Bakanke, which was blocked by Shaina Nitura. This defensive block is brought to you by AIA, formerly Phil M. Life. Sagaysay for the finisher. Who else but the queen herself, Shaina Nitura. FEU just trying to inch closer here. Nitura back row, off speed. One of many of the moves she has shown us. Nitura, the elevation to the off speed in season 77. A queen has arrived. FEU is quite the opposite in this set. Really tight in their body language.
This is where the consistency comes into play.
Shaina Nitura.
Nitura.
Adamson still in control here with a 4-point lead. A lot of errors from the side of FEU, looking to adjust as Francis Mordi. Going cross, Ubaldo is back in. Tagaod fires away. Doug. Nitura back row, yes ma'am! Hyundai move of the set, this move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations. Sagaysay opting for Jen Villegas. Tagaod rolls. Sagaysay will set it for Shaina Nitura.
Is my young Nike oozing with confidence. And indeed, prior to this game, she told me that unlike before, mas nag-i-initiate na siya at humihingi ng bola ngayon, which she was not confident enough to do before, as she wants to have a memorable season and to play with no regrets.
Melody Pons in for the first time in today's game.
Nitura is at the back, and it does not matter.
Who better to set Shaina Nitura? Actually, that ball, Jaime, was going to sail outside, but a bit too wide coming from Nitura.
And that one almost, but not quite. Pinabawi si Nitura. Good dig by Monares. Tagaod. Nike covers. Shaina Nitura. It's still alive. Nitura will try again with a drop ball for set point.
She went for that cross court twice. Monares was there, but this time it's a good serve.
Nitura with a put away again.
Open space of defense and avoiding that tall wall of FEU.
How? Faida. Nitura sent it back. And now a little bit of cushion here by Adamson, forces Coach T. Nitura na naman.
You know, gotta commend Sagaysay. She actually switched the set. Good receive.
Nitura.
Goodness.
Good afternoon and good night. Sagaysay chasing Nitura. And that hit was undiggable.
And finish was there in that sequence.
The Lady Tamaraws. And you know, Tin Ubaldo is the team captain of the Lady Tamaraws. But to share with you what Tin told me, she also sees herself as the mother of the team as well. A mother of 27 Lady Tamaraws to be exact.
Better receive. Back set. Devosora. Still good. Free ball given by Sagaysay. Obaldo will choose Eliarina. Nitura elevating and scoring.
Shaina
Setting the
Nitura.
pace here, talking about
Over receive and a 3-0 run to start set number 2.
better blocking here, and Nitura just taking advantage of that overpass. No coverage for FPU.
Who now has 5 points and still serving.
That's a good
They will
set.
shoot it to Nitura for a much needed point.
Points against Ateneo. She's also part of that best setter category here, whereas Obaldo is currently number 6. But gotta give credit to Coach T, giving her a chance to play. Targeting Tagaod. Tagaod not ready for that attack.
It's even better in slow-mo.
Just a bit overcooked in that one.
I think she's a fan favorite.
I think so too.
And that's why. That is why. 4 points now for Shaina Nitura.
A player that's playing beyond her years. Only a
Her personality is all about going with the flow and about being impulsive. Kaya naman unpredictable din daw yung sets niya because unpredictable din daw siya as a person. And hopefully, we see more of Kaka's personality and unpredictability shine in her match today. Watch
Like we mentioned earlier, FEU wants to win this game to get that ticket to the Final Four.
Nitura pinabawi straight to the pavement. As Duncan, spike of the set brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Amazing players and students as well. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now. Now back to the panel.
On the mend, that is what we want to hear. Congratulations, of course, to her and to Jen. But Hindan, Hundan move of the set. LaSalle recognizing that that really is a liability for Adamson Sagaysay being only 5'4", but she knows Naguri really well. Yun naman. At Duncan, spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Familiarity.
Wow, really.
Back row attack, and again, just taking it slow, using her smarts, and look at Nitura.
This is not an easy attack to do. Full swing and just going for an off speed from the back row.
Get Dote on the line. Good first ball. Nitura there, able to stop that attack, and she goes cross court.
Shaina Nitura just really knows which angles to target. Let's take a second look at that. 2 blockers closing down the line, going cross court right in the middle of Manila.
Here comes Nitura. And you know, the blockers are there. It's one thing to go up against her, knowing when she'll go. Pero
This time, even against Shivana Lapot, probably the tallest blocker there on the side of LaSalle.
palitan lang ng puntos ng dalawang koponan, palitan din ng error.
Right.
We're gonna see that in the stats at the end of this first set. So we're seeing another setter for Adamson and Jersey.
Shaina Nitura again and again, unstoppable so far here. Definitely a big problem here in that defense of
Sagaysay going for Morty. And Reyes with a quick, good read by Adamson. Back row attack. Nitura just out of nowhere. These pipe attacks, come to expect them, but
connection really of Sagaysay and Nitura. Great set coming from Sagaysay. And
lost the first two sets as well. But they are keeping it close. Let's see if LaSalle can get it this time. They're up by 3. And well, doing her job, Nitura! It's just that approach. Para siyang may sarili niyang trampoline na hindi natin nakikita.
Just she can choose any angle she wants to go to. Take a look at that follow through and that risk action. Really finding the holes in the floor.
One, same with Morty and Sagaysay. And the rest of the points coming from De La Salle of the 21 that they scored. Ooh! And that was tough. This time, a point that was earned by Adamson. And Patrice Dabao is ready for her report. Nitura with a serve. Oh, and that is an ace. For those who are just joining us now, LaSalle took that first game 25-21. Oh, that was a tough one.
Great save.
Yeah. One more time for Canino. And again. I mean, if you're Dota, you're feeling good about that. And even better because of that finish. That was hot.
That athleticism really.
Oh, that's a tough serve. Nitura. Laput tried but couldn't do it. You know, I was just about to say this is a chance for LaSalle with Nitura in the back row. They're just as lethal.
Always, always. If Adamson needs a point, they automatically go to Nitura and she delivers. Doesn't play like a rookie.
Tolentino looking for Canino. He's dug. And that joust picked up by Nitura again. She's going up for the attack. 2 touches there. No third one. And we are tied.
Attacks of Canino will go. But this time it was again Shaina Nitura getting that point. Lapot and De Leon has it. Nitura as well on the front row right now with Morty serving.
Perfect first ball from Rodriguez. Sapienza looking for Nitura. That was a tough set. Looks like play will continue. Nitura will go up again. Oh, great stop by Canino. Let's see what Laput comes up with. Oh, Morty was there. Great exchanges here. Just heads up. Playing by both squads.
And no one's giving up on that floor defense.
Almost. Joust won by Reyes. Nitura will go for the hit and hitting it off the hands of Provido. Wala talagang nobody quitting. Chinaga ng Adamson.
Patience are there in the floor defense, and this is why you want Nitura in the front row. Take a look at that attack. Provido right in front, but that
and Nitura, she found it. She definitely was going for the end zone and just the precision on that hit. That was a tough serve. Good stop by Morty. Back row attack, Naturi. And she will get it. Naturi is just really very dangerous from the back row.
Over receive. And Nitura.
Good reaction there by Shaina Nitura.
In for an exciting one when it's Ateneo and Adamson, regardless of where they are in the ranking.
Yes.
The tip. Manuel was there from the back row. Ooh, another dangerous ball there by Nitura. Today, Tsunoshima, their third best scorer as Shaina Nitura flies in for the score.
While she is in front.
Good serve. Nitura from behind rolls it. She really. And as Ella mentioned also earlier, in attendance, this lead has now ballooned to 6. Ateneo scrapping on defense. Shaina, confusion there, but they keep it alive. But it doesn't make it to the other side, but they still have a 5-point lead. Taas ng porsyento ng palo niya today, Julia.
Lefty din eh.
Yeah. Nitura. Chotico serving 13-9. Sapienza is in the match for Adamson now. Sapienza again, this time to Nitura. And Nitura really puts some force into that one. Double sub.
Going in for DOS attacks.
Chuatico sends it over for a free ball. Sagaysay will open up to Shaina, who's finally in front. That's 3 straight points for the Lady Falcons, and that, like, better in terms of their conditioning, their fitness. Sulit looks like she's trimming and shaping up. Tsunashima also got some muscle. Lian de Guzman.
Definitely have to give credit also to their strength and conditioning program.
What a serve by Dote. Adamson with a better start here in set 3.
Adamson looking joust at the net there.
Dote will serve. Better serving from Morty. Better blocking from Adamson. What a change of events here, turn of events here, Julia.
That was also read well by Nitura. Again, another A-quick. Ivana Sulit jumping right in front of where.
See the improvement for her, timing, strength.
Love how she's also been so aggressive in approaching.
Yeah, variation. Speaking of variation, Nitura has really... Fujimoto opens up to De Guzman. Power tip doesn't work. Sagaysay back to Shaina. Arroyo with a slide. Free ball. Shaina asking for it. That's why.
Shaina Nitura.
Talking about Lian. Shaina with a perfect first ball.
Nice hit there by Shaina. Got that first ball and just went straight there in the middle for. We were just talking about Roma earlier.
Yeah. That's. But of course, if you're Coach JP Ude, you don't want to sit on that lead. You want to keep sharp for that
finish it off.
Yeah. Sulit unable to control that ball from Shaina Nitura, who continues. High school, they played together, and you're seeing the results here in college. And it is another one. Shaina here, all part of this 25-15 win in the 4th set.
The second day of this season.
This is why people were excited.
Ooh, out of system.
About this season. Nitura!
Such a smart attack.
Really looked sharp in sets 1 and 2, but trying to find their rhythm back here. Nitura. Putting on a show. Announcing herself. Oh, I love it. We've got some catch. Sulit. Sagaysay. Nitura. Nitura in their pocket here. Back set. Nitura with the block.
Her 4th block then.
There's a 3-1. Morty from behind, a safe hit.
Good adjust there.
Nitura on a scramble. That's in. Rallying point right now. They're down only by 1. Misreceived. Nitura. Still a go. Good save. Back to Ateneo. Minor. Nitura was there. Nitura will get it again. Oh! And she puts it away.
The grit of this young player.
Set, Julia. That grit.
Look at her go for that sharp cross.
Chuatico gets us going for this rally. Unbelievable.
That's in for Shaina Nitura. Cetaphil fast serve, sensitive skin, needs 15 essential ceramides. Face the game with a healthy, hydrated skin. Cetaphil for everyone. We're tied at 2. Cepada sent back. She's been checked early on. Set back right away. Ekalia
Ooh, miscue.
and Mordi happily accepting that regalo. They target Mordi. She has been the target of those receives in the first 2 games. Ekalia will set up Nogales. Power tip. Mordi challenging the double block. It's still alive. Zamudio naman off speed. Sagaysay comes in sweeping. Mordi dug by Bangayan. Battle at the net and it's still alive. Nitura covers. Back set. Nike.
Scrappy
Not yet.
defense.
Zamudio. Long rally. And Van Bao, what a save by Manuel. To the back row. Sig Nitura move. 4-point lead for the Lady Falcons. Nogales, Pinayungan. A chance here for Adamson. Sagaysay to the back row again. Automatic.
Right on the same spot.
Hyundai move up. Mordi at the service line. Highest scorer right now with 8. Pamulagan. And doon si Sagaysay. Nitura scoring off the defender's hands.
I think that loose blocks on the side of UE, they have to press their hands in.
Good play. Straight down. Sagaysay, the setup for Nitura. Perfect placement.
With that explosive approach and just a smart finish, tipping that one over.
Hyundai's move of the set. This move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X.
Exactly, Shaina Nitura, exceeding expectations.
Nitura covering that at the net. Another free ball here for Adamson. Sagaysay will push. Ekalia will set. Soft touch there by Balingit. Nitura from the middle.
Hammering that one in.
Yeah, really trying her best
That's
here.
true.
She just found out she will be setter a couple of months before. Sobrang Nitura.
Indeed. Take a look at that shot. Really angling that one. Twisting her body. Slicing her loose block.
Set point here for Dote. Let's receive. Balingit will improv. Sapienza will set. To the open they go. Nitura just finding a way. That already in double figures with 10 points. Kahit anong set, walang pinipili.
That's true. Skill.
Dote now serving. Straight to Balingit. Casey from the back. Mordi puts it up. Sagaysay will set. Nitura flying in like a soaring falcon.
Flying in indeed. Allowing her to find all angles.
Duncan spike of the set brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong.
Gustong bumagsak yung bola.
Ekalia back set to the opposite side. Not there.
Offensive defense here for Nitura.
Team to prove that they can be all about quality rather than quantity, and the UE Lady Warriors Kapitana from Nueva Ecija, Casey Balingit, definitely feels the grip. As captain, one of the things that she immediately does after games was air out her faults and misses, saying, ilabas nyo na lahat para bago lahat bukas, encouraging the rest of the team to not be dragged down by the heaviness of a match or set loss. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Pilipinas Live app.
And right away, scorching hot. At first, no first set.
To find their momentum back.
Nitura will receive. Sagaysay will set. Nitura will hit.
Oh, what an angle.
Bangayan will dig. Nitura again. How did she even get that fast? Wait.
Right now.
Sapienza off that double substitution. Mordi with some power. Set back right away. Back row Nitura. Straight to where we had our pregame.
You're not able to stabilize your defense and find a good...
Serving 17.
Good pass.
Sapienza. The setup job. Drop ball. Gonzalez. One more time here for Adamson. They will go back to Shaina Nitura. Double block, back row, drop ball.
Definitely, she adds a lot of value for UST.
Tama, we have to qualify 100%, not physically, but 28 points in the last game. What can UST ask for? What more? And let's see who will score first. Shaina Nitura.
When it comes to scoring, she did step up offensively, no? Very good support in terms of scoring with Poyos.
As rookies, and you see really their development and how they become just solid leaders and anchors for their team. Meantime, this girl doesn't need years here.
That's so tempting when you see that the ball is right in front of you and you're at the net.
Back row attack again. The speed behind that kill. Nitura, just dangerous everywhere.
For the team. During the first set, you mentioned na nagpapalitan lang ng points ang dalawang team, and Coach Yude has actually expected this. And that's why he reminded them at the huddle na kailangan lang nilang tiyagain ang bawat puntos kasi malakas ang UAAP because legends start here. Now back to the panel.
Thank you so much, Ella. Nika with 2 points, but really her presence being felt here in the court. The ate, as you said. Meantime, Nitura just keeps on pounding down on UST, but UST able to defend, except that time. And you see the movement of Nitura. Nakita natin yung
Mukhang nagigising sila here in set number 2.
smart play. She just saw that clearly with those goggles. 3-point advantage still for Adamson. Perfect pass by Nitura. Same thing. And that's deja vu all over again.
FEU, just too much power. Nitura was not able to handle it. But that was handled very well by Marga Encarnacion. Sagaysay chases it, bumps it to Nitura.
Could have used a bit more of a step forward there para makuha nila sana yung bola na yun.
De La Salle Sobel, that is Jers Petalio. Single block. Chance here, FEU. Faida waiting in the wings. Babalik sa FEU. Massive block there. Defensive block is brought to you by AIA. Rethink healthy with AIA. And look at that.
FEU already off to a good start here in the second set.
Better start for the Lady Tams. But not when you have Shaina Nitura. The hands, the arms of Dote over there. Sagaysay sets up Shai. You can see that chemistry between these two ladies. They've been
Stare
together.
down there from Vida Bacanque.
With a smile after.
With a
of
smile.
But however, we got
The end of this first round.
that is absolutely right. Testament to the level of talent that we have here in season 87. Just like the talented, the healthy, hydrated skin. Cetaphil for everyone's sensitive skin. But can you appreciate that hustle, right, from Shaina Nitura?
And can we just talk about how Jean Assis has been on fire on the service line? Too much, but tinuloy pa rin yun Itin Ubaldo.
Shaina Nitura. And there you see that passion again coming from the team captain, Shaina Nitura.
Dominance of the Lady Bulldogs, but as for Adamson, this is where they need to step up here. It cannot just be Shaina with the scoring. Everyone needs to help pitch in.
And as Ella mentioned, right, in the pre-game,
Sa inyo, he told the team, knowing that excellence isn't just about winning, but about how they play every point. 5 games in and now playing their 6th, the work is far from over. And for him, when opportunity knocks, he expects one thing. Pag pinasok ka sa court, laban kung laban. And now, as NU takes on Adam,
it's a 6-point lead for NU. Nitura gets it through the block.
Let's take a look at the location. The explosive approach.
The
digs they have, they receive, but a lack of execution in that last sequence.
But also, this is something that they've been doing well in the past couple of games too, Jamie, their combination plays. Solomon will try, unsuccessful. Nitura rolls it over.
Changing speed in that sequence.
And with that, Coach Sherwin will call a timeout. Serve for the Lady Falcons. Lambs will go to Pangilinan. Single block. And this defensive block is brought to you by AIA. Formerly Film Life.
Perfect.
Lambs.
Ooh, that's too low.
Another one from Shaina Nitura. Second time. Closer start of the set we're having here in the second. Lambs. Block. That was Aaron Pangilinan. Go. Now we have a quick one. Great dig from Hardio. Belen, easy over. Chance here for Adamson. Sagaysay. Alinsog from the back. Good defense from both these teams. Nitura will adjust. She will make do. Good cover. Shy again. Gold for Nitura.
She went for that cross. The block was there of NU. To your opponent.
Sagaysay will find Nitura is denied. Good defense again here from the Lady Falcons. Joust at the net is won by Shai Nitura. Adamson with a 2-point lead, 8-6.
And avoiding a net touch as well.
Mordy serving, that's a good serve. Another miscue for NU. Sagaysay will choose Nitura. There's a check. 2.35 kill blocks per set here in season 87. Sagaysay to Nitura.
Take a look at the location of the block here, Belen. Right, avoiding that hand, going down the line.
Main architect of the offense of NU has been playing so solid here in season 87. Sagaysay to Nitura with a hammer.
That's a perfect set coming from
Duncan spike of the set, brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng Bayan. And it has been a pretty quiet outing, right, for Shaina, averaging 23.8 points per game right now. She only has 10. And I say only because we're not used to it. Well, she gets her 11th point of the game.
Most of the heavy lifting will be on Shai. So you can see that the block is already awaiting her attacks.
They're 2 points down. Lambs to Solomon is blocked. Mordy. Adamson still has it. Nitura. And that's gonna go to Adamson. There's gonna be a check on that.
And she's been doing so since the beginning by giving them advice whenever they need it or cheering them up. But after the FEU game, pakiramdam niya na hindi niya nagampanan itong role na to sa court. Sinabi niya na nakita kong na-burden na si Shaina noon kasi hindi...
Score is 4-all. Sagaysay goes back to Nike. This time picked up by Monares. Haboneta again. That is saved. Back row hit. The off speed, and it works for Nitura as we get the support from Cheska Ramos for UP. Cheska, as mentioned, Kian Olango and Shaina Nitura played against each other as Nitura gets her 3rd point, starting to heat up early in this game. Nagtapat yung dalawang yan back in the girls division.
Shaina Nitura
quickly scores for Adamson after the break. UP now with their biggest lead to start this match at 3. Shaina again breaks down the block.
Olango, nakikita natin hindi good first pass ang Adamson.
Yeah, right on cue. That's a bump set to Nitura, picked up by Haboneta. They transfer to Monares. Popped up by Mordy. Nike will try. Covered by Faye. They reverse to Shaina. And a nice dig from Haboneta. John will give up a free ball. Sagaysay tosses to Nitura. And she scores the point. They much needed. Sa left pala open. So doon ko dadalhin.
And the blockers not in the right position.
Yeah. And gets a service ace at that to add to her total. She has 70% of Adamson's points here on the road in their last game against NU. Not her highest output this season.
But it is a good way to bounce back. Another ace for Nitura.
Jazz on the back set to Ira. Covered by Monares. They reverse to the other side. Olango now on the left wing. Shaina from the back will score, and we get the support now from Monares. Getting ready to serve for the Fighting Maroons. Score is 4-7. Sagaysay goes to Nitura on a down-the-line hit.
The blockers of UP guessing, and that is what is happening now.
And a service ace delivered by Shaina Nitura. This is our Cetaphil Fast Serve. Sensitive skin needs 15 essential ceramides. Face the game with a healthy, hydrated skin. Cetaphil for everyone. A lot of work to do here. And it starts with a serve by Noceja. They go back to Dote. Clips the net. Yesha. Saved by Hamili. Shaina goes for the attack and she scores.
She had to quickly make up for the earlier error.
As Nina Itang will serve. She's got 6. Good first ball by Shaina. That set is low for Villegas. UP wants to take advantage. They can't. This time to Shaina, and it drops.
Definitely we're seeing a lot more space here for Adamson in set number 2.
De Leon coming off the bench for this game, serving para sa UP. Nitura on the off speed, and that does it. The final point for set number 2 in Adamson, 25-15. So helped Adamson a lot. Yung pagpasok ni Barbie Hamili, who continues to stay on the court, along with Dote helping out. Nitura says hello also.
Coach Bok fired up the team, reminding them to step up on their defense. As he said, galaw-galaw tayo, wag kayong mabagal kumilos. Team captain Nika Celis also made her voice heard as she told them,
Nitura, down it goes. As she sends us to the first technical timeout.
Wanting to get momentum immediately back on their side. It's been an exchange of 1 point each.
And another one on the side of Adamson. They know itong set 3 could be. Let's see if the Fighting Maroons will continue it here. Mangilamotan goes to Haboneta. Dug up by Manuel. Sapienza with a set. Nitura. Picked up by Monares. Jazz back to Ira. Changing pace. Nitura again. And she gets that point for Adamson as they score back-to-back.
In the earlier set.
2-point lead established by the Fighting Maroons. This time, Nitura won't be denied. This is our Dunkin spike of the set, brought to you by Dunkin, pasalubong ng bayan.
It is a much slower set than what we've seen in set number 1 and 2.
Shaina again. This time it's inside. Eloisa Dote just had that ace, serving another one. This time picked up. Pump set to Monares. Joan saved by Dote. Sagaysay able to put it up. Joust. Play continues. Haboneta with a send over. Sagaysay sets up Nitura for the final point of the set. And Nitura gets it. And Adamson wins set number 3 straight.
It really could have gone either way, but Nitura, just like what Coach Yude said, maniwala ka, and she did believe.
Like what happened in the first set where UP took that one. But But since then, Adamson has responded with back-to-back sets. Nitura puts Adamson on the board here in set number 4.
As he is determined to make their fourth set their final set and entering the second round on a high note. Now, earlier you mentioned, Dipin Ann, how it's a good idea for Coach Yude to rotate the players. The other team probably hasn't scouted yet, and Barbie Hamili definitely proved that. Barbie actually turned 22 yesterday.
Opposite, so hindi nila na-activate yung gitna.
15 points now for Hamili after only scoring 1 point before this match in the entire season. Nitura, meanwhile, we've been so used to her scoring double digits again here in the women's volleyball tournament.
Such a familiar matchup.
Sabi nga natin mga MVP in the girls division. Sagaysay goes to Nitura. Pinabawi. That ball goes into the stands. She's also now with 12 points. Tearing with a serve. Sagaysay, back row, Nitura.
Watching, you'd think that attack came from the front line, but actually from a back.
At ibabalik ni Coach JP ang kanyang starting center face Sagaysay. Nike as well, Nitura. Good save coming from Itang. Faye goes back to Shaina. Itang again, but this time unable to control. To create plays for the Fighting Maroons. That's a good first ball coming from Manuel that leads to the Sagaysay Nitura connection. 31 points for Shaina Nitura. 2 points away. 21 serving 19 here in the fourth set. Sagaysay goes back to Nitura. And why not? Update at the sidelines. We begin set number 5, our 5th setter here in season 87. Nitura goes for that one. And that is a point as Shaina Nitura ties her scoring record. What a way to start set number 5 with that one. Sagaysay goes to Shaina. Popped up by Capistrano. She was pumped after that save. Olango. That one to Hamili. Shaina Nitura won't be stopped that time and breaks her own scoring record. Than a win as compared to these records. But nonetheless, she goes for another attack. And volleyball. And she is in good company alongside Eliza Valdez. And back to a 2-point lead for UP. Sagaysay goes to Nitura. And down it goes for Nitura.
Look at that. In between the blockers again. Talking about the players of UP.
11-8. Better first ball this time. Sapienza goes to Shaina Nitura and continues to pour in the points. What a performance. 3-point game. Can Adamson respond? Sapienza goes to Bascon. Easy pickup for Ira. They go to Itang. Lots of hands. Nitura goes up. It's wide. It's out. She's asking for a touch. And they will call for a challenge. A block touch.
Great start for the Lady Warriors. Sagaysay goes to Nitura again. Pinabawi agad. In her element. Last year, with Cassie Dongalio in the team, medyo hindi siya na-highlight. So it's her time to shine this year. And she is a much-needed cog for UE. Hamili again finding the hole. Another chance here. Back row attack, Nitura. And that one is last touch by Angelica Reyes.
She has been doing a great job of distributing those balls to all her attackers, getting all of them involved.
Nitura is on the left side now, finding again. Alam niya kung saan ita-target yung bola.
Oh, miscue
There.
there.
Bangayan, rather.
Enough time for the three blockers to establish themselves. Not letting Kai Zapata through.
Woo!
What a powerful hit.
Nahuli pa rin ni Barbie Hamili. Again, the effort of all of the Lady Warriors to keep that ball in play. Nice. So, actually, quicker transitions also for them. And just the quick thinking that we're seeing from Adamson. Hamili doing well on defense. Nitura again, just her impeccable timing. So that was a good timeout for Coach Alan. Here's another chance for Yui. Zapata just giving it her all. Good pickup there by the Warriors. Manuel also read that one well. Nitura again with the offense down the line this time.
Like what was mentioned earlier in Ella's report on Fesa Gaisai, she really has to, I mean, as a setter, you really have to be the most composed player on the court because you will be orchestrating the offense for your team.
So we've got both of the setters. Akalia now playing a different role. So 5'4", by the way, just like Kai.
But another powerful hitter.
Yes,
indeed.
absolutely. That one is inside again. Very high efficiency for Shaina. She hasn't been getting as many touches as we're used to, and that is intentional by Sagaysay really distributing the ball. So giving, still up by 4. And that's off the hands. Again, Nitura will score in every way possible.
Like I was saying, she knows just what to do when she's given that set. Even if there were two blockers right there, just slightly over the tape of the net.
It's called inside.
From the back row.
This really high efficiency player with 15 today. Villegas also contributing 8. Good team effort for Adamson. And that's off the block. Nitura makes it.
But they have to convert to points using their offense.
Let's see what gives here. Zapata, there's the coverage that they're looking for. Give Zapata some more confidence to go for it. Meantime, Nitura needs no boost of confidence. She's got plenty of that. And why not? Pressure serve here for UE. Sapienza looking for Nitura. Sabi naman ni Coach Yude, mabilis eh.
Mabilis nga.
Oo. Adamson finishing with 18 points and capping that third set.
I mean, a lot has changed already for both teams since their round 1 meeting.
And Lian Guzman gets the party started, but Hamili with a dig. Nitura with a counter, and she will get it with the help of the net.
To score despite difficult sets.
Dax had a hard time there with that overpass, and Nitura again, back-to-back points. That memorable injury, nobody will forget that image. But really, if you look at how Lian has stepped up her game, and how Pasha and Minor have also contributed for Adamson.
But meanwhile, Shaina Nitura will definitely be that scoring threat. Both teams want to fight for that lead over the other after this match.
And again, the rebound of Ateneo, they're not allowing balls to fall right away. Nitura, and she will get the point. If we go back to just even the first set, how close that was. Oh! Naputo na naman si Nitura. Just really props to Ateneo on their floor D. Oh, and another one by AC Minor! Not a third time set, Nitura with that regalo. But
going for those digs and the sharp attacks.
And Hyundai moved the set. Move the game brought to you by Hyundai Star Direct. She's got 4 already.
Why not?
A couple from the service line, too. Good first ball from Shaina Nitura. Oh, Oh, and that one escapes the hands of AC Minor, but hindi pa rin napabayaan eh. And activating the middles.
And the speed as well on their floor defense, reading and reacting right away.
And they knew that was the order of the day, going up against the likes of Nitura in a very, but Adamson is gritty.
They are for sure. But they need to get their intensity back. And there you go, Shaina Nitura with a massive swing.
And take a look at that Duncan Pike of the set, brought to you by Duncan Patalubong ng Bayan. And, you know, we expect Shaina Nitura to take the bull by the horns and just really take care of business and get the team still in it. They have to win this third set. Back at the Big Dome, Chikiro Wapuno with Ayala Estraniero. Ateneo leads 2-0, and they also lead the set. I'm sure you at home have different answers to that question as well. Well, just the same, the point will be given to Ateneo. Officially, there's no block touch.
And this is the best response after the challenge that Adamson. Nitura getting that point from the back row and earning that for Adamson, trying to will her team back on the game right now.
Hey, remember the reverse sweep that happened in their first meeting. Nitura is definitely going to be a factor if that will happen. Good first ball by Shaina Nitura. She goes up for the attack, and there's that angle.
Pesa Kaisa and Shaina Nitura, and right now that is coming alive here in the third set. Take a look at that one. Hugo has been struggling.
They were given a yellow card for delay, and there was no delay there. Just Adamson scoring as quickly as possible. Nitura again. And she is on a rampage, Shaina Nitura.
She is mad at this point. Take a look at that swing. All power on that attack.
If you're just joining us now, the first game went the way of Ateneo 25-23, and then a blowout of a second game 25-14.
Oh, another Shaina Nitura attack there. For Mantilla, former Adamson players, Jaja Maragino from Ateneo before, and you have Maji Mangolab and Lia Pelaga enjoying the match.
Yes. Always such a joy to come back and play for your home school.
Right.
Nitura now from the back row, and she is really the lone fastest third set.
And you just love seeing Nitura not losing any hope.
Oh, this is scary for Adamson. Tax Fujimoto has had a couple of aces already. That's a good serve, but good defense for Adamson, and they will get that point.
Take a look at that hit coming from Nitura. She asked for that set, going sharp. Pasha was there, but could not contain if other players won't step up.
Match point, Ateneo. It could be a sweep. Nitura doesn't want it. Not yet. And that's 20 points for Shaina Nitura now. 3-point outing against Ateneo at their first meeting. That was on opening weekend.
You have to admire the tenacity of
totally unfazed by the pressure that's put on her shoulders. Still match point for Ateneo. Pasha has it. Good up by Hamili. Nitura with the counter. And that escapes. Ateneo and Nitura sitting out there. 21 points for Shaina.
And what's important for Adamson now is their defense and Nitura on the front row as Ateneo will call for this timeout.
Little blocker, she told me that it took some time to get used to it. Prior to that match, she told me that it also took her time to adjust to being an ate to the girls at the start of the season. Coach Yuda told me there's still a possibility for her to switch. She admits to feeling confused and conflicted, but she is ready for the challenges. She wants to set an example to the girls that no matter the challenges, they still have to do their best. Watch this game on any device in the Philippines or abroad on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now. Now back to the panel.
Althea serving for the white shirts. It's a good serve. Nitura again. Sharp angle for Shai Nitura. And she's just been such a crafty player as well here. Cassie Carvalho now with 6 excellent sets. Nitura
challenging the blockers again. Off the block and out. Change their standards for the team. Sabi niya, naging sakit na ng team ang i-endure lang ang pagkatalo. Okay lang matuto kapag natalo pero hindi dapat tanggapin lang ito. And that is the mindset they hope to bring today. Now, earlier at the huddle, coach reminds them again about this mindset and asks them to focus. Kailangan nila maging sigurado sa mga gagawin nila. At
Shaina.
Adamson taking control of this second set.
That's a good set.
Poyos is denied. Another denial, single block. Chance here for Adamson. They give this one to Shaina, of course. As Nitura puts it away.
Take a look at this.
What athleticism being showcased by Nitura as Coach Kung Fu now will call for time.
Players get tired after attacking for so long.
So she needs some help. Cordora. Sagaysay sends this one to Shai. Corrado. 1-2 play. Nandoon si Detlet. Heroics from Pepito. Cordora. Cross court, no good. Babalik kay Nitura. We got a rally here.
That's a good set.
They choose Reg. Another block from the Lady Falcons. Take a look at this defensive block brought to you by AIA, formerly Phil and Live.
Points here in set number 2.
And Cordora's biggest output this season is 4 points. Right now, she's at 3. Nitura again. Jeez. with that form.
Look at that.
Beautiful. It's poetry by Gatorade. Another one though from Shaina Nitura.
Pressure-packed moments here in the Araneta. Take a look at that. Another back row attack, but this time
will be on deck to serve now for UST. Nitura. They'll try the other side. They go to Bascon. Cordora. Nothing yet here. Manuel bumps it to Shai.
Good
One
touch.
save from Poyos. They go to Jurado waiting for it. Shai again. Sharp angle. Dug up. Little too tight. One more time for Nitura. Rolls it over.
so smart. Smart rookie.
Hyundai move of the set. This move of the game is brought to you by Hyundai Stargazer X. Exceeds expectations. Change of tempo here for Shai squads. Jurado will serve. Sagaysay to Nitura from the back row. There she is again. And with those kinds of attacks from Shaina Nitura from the back. Combination play. Nandoon si Aposaga. They're asking for space. They give this one to Shai off the hands of Detlet Pepito. Pia Abu will serve for the white shirts. Sagaysay to Nitura from the back. Inside.
Tori Hawkins, another successful back row attack. Take a look at that, targeting zone 5 in that seat.
Has been a challenge here for Adamson. But if you're UST, you also need to bounce back here in this game. They go to Nitura, right in front of Detlet Pepito. Brought to you by Duncan. Pagkagubong ng bayan. Take a look at Shaina Nitura go. Flying high for that attack.
Team, you got to look at the blockers on the other side. A lot of factors that we had to take into consideration.
Smart move from Shaina Nitura. Let's see if she'll be able to get past that 23 she had. Nitura from the back row. Still nothing. No answer.
Block here on Shaina.
Sets for Cassie Carvalho. She will serve for the white shirts.
Good dig.
Sagaysay to Bascon with a quick one. They're able to send this one over. Faye finds Nitura going cross.
Detlet talking to Pia. Take a look at that.
15 serving 13 now. Faye Yes, Shaina Nitura just powering through the blockers here for quite some time now in this match. We're tied at 15. They give this one to Reg. Good up. Sagaysay to Nitura from the back. X marks the spot for Shaina Nitura. Adamson takes the lead 16 to 15. Cassie serves. Sagaysay finds Shaina Nitura. And of course, you're going to give it to Nitura. Even in the most challenging of moments, pressure-packed moments, they zero fear, zero hesitation. Cassie.
That's too tight.
Goes to Reg. They make do. They're scrambling for that ball. Nitura of UST. What a turn of events for the Lady Falcons. Match point.
Quicker reactions, everyone in sync. Free ball over.
USC has had 3 5-setter games in season 87. Nitura stops the bleeding.
Now coach asked them to keep that energy and momentum going, and that losing that set just means they need to adjust. Now one player whose fighting spirit remains the same since she entered the court is Red Bascon. Red's personal motto is push yourself, and indeed we saw it manifest today as she keeps pushing herself to do her best and fulfill her goal of helping the team. And now in this last set, Coach Yude asked them to embody that mindset as he wants them to give their all and give more. Now back to the panel.
Thank you for that, Ella. And they're giving it their all here in this sequence, as we can clearly see. Easy over chance for Adamson. Sagaysay finds Shy. A lot of determination. Adamson, this set have come from her.
Long rally, beautiful exchanges.
Won against the LSU in the first round, lost to the LSU in the second round. That was 5 sets, as well as FEU. Adamson, this is their third 5-setter of the season. Here comes Nitura over the blocker. Smart move by Nitura.
With Coach Sherwin, you know, guys like Mata, Pangilinan, they are all threats. And their averages all go up. I think that what I really wanted to say, she's the prototypical
outside
open
hitter,
spiker, yeah. Not stereotypical, but prototypical. As Shaina Nitura, nothing typical about that girl.
Smart play coming from her in the back row. Kita niyo yung silip din ng setter.
Yeah.
And just rolling that over.
And through that, anything will be possible in this match. Continue to watch all the action here in the UAAP because legends start here. Now back to you, Boom and Julia.
Well, you know, Ella, we over the years, as we've seen Nitura score back-to-back points here, everybody will say, automatic win yan.
Yep.
But that is the reason why you have to play the 5. And you has come out firing here in the second set. Ginalit. Shaina in the middle again. Finding a way. And you on the second year with Sherwin. You know, this is just the first year and a very short preseason with him.
Yes, because this is a new system for them that they really had to adjust to. But in their second year, Boom,
yeah, that would be interesting.
Na talaga.
Although we're going to be with different players for sure. Good blocking also. Look at Pangilinan, just the closer there. Look at her work hard. Helping out. This time though, you cannot deny.
Sipag din talaga.
Hirap na trabaho yan, yung assist block.
Medyo na-late.
Pag nagkakagulo yung kabila. And the second ball put away. 9-point deficit for the gang from Adamson.
But an answer back there from
5-2 for Adamson. Chance here to counter. Shaina is getting ready. And dangerous proposition. Eloy playing decoy there in that sequence. Nice set pa, yeah. Shaina from the middle again. Gets it to roll. No pancake there. Will not be allowed by Hardio. 12 serving 15. 2 straight points. Shaina will not be denied. 16-12 Adamson. They're cranking it up at the right time. This time Nitura goes for the corner.
No one was there.
The margin of error.
Nipis din. Ayaw magpatalo.
And Adamson ayaw rin magpatalo dito. 24-all. Lamina. Decoy play doesn't work. Tote will go to Nitura. Nitura sent back. One more time for Shai. Wow. Set point Adamson.
Ganda nun. You see that hit and the celebration from the side of Adamson.
On tap. Don't you love this game?
I do. It's really, oh my gosh. A lot is going on.
Alinsug loads up. Manuel was there.
Good defense.
Sagaysay shoots it to Nitura. We're not done yet.
As we look back on that replay, tight set, and just look at her.
I love it. And we're the ones benefiting from it too. This receive. Naipalo pa. Lamina keeps it in play. A free ball will come the way of Adamson. Nitura will get ready. Nitura explodes!
Outside, but look at her just going in the middle for that hit.
Another set point for Adamson. Nitura now goes behind. And a chance to go for it. Nitura. Adamson takes set number 3.
Those last few points coming from Shaina Nitura, just the heart of this young team who know what to do in these kinds of situations.
Right.
So if you're Adamson, the younger team, you'd also really want to sustain the energy that they've shown in that previous set.
Yeah, kaya nga, diba? The lessons that I've learned from that UST Adamson match, let's see if they learn it here. 2-0. Not just by a player, but a rookie. I'm quite sure that has never been done. I'm quite sure by a rookie.
Other than these instructions, coach advised them that for this set, they have to smile no matter what. I-enjoy na lang ang laro at wag na wag hayaang manaig ang kanilang frustrations. Continue to watch all the action here in the UAP because legends start here. Now back to the panel.
Thank you very much, and back to the action too. Nitura adjusting. But for sure, he still doesn't want to lose. And that's why everybody's got to be ready to play. Maaya has been ready. Shaina on the right side. On the left side, rather. They're going to go Adamson. The run, and they're not out of it yet.
Really seeing a lot of talent coming from all these teams.
And the games have been so competitive, partner.
Bibihira na lang talaga yung mga 3-setter games.
Yeah. So far in the tournament, we've had 13 5-setter games. 12, sorry.